What's going on, guys? Been a minute without a video. Just been busy with other stuff, but I'm gonna be more consistent at these. I don't have the sound panels or the light strip here anymore because I'm gonna be moving here shortly. So just kind of packing things up little by little as we go. Hopefully the music's not too loud here. We'll walk through this. All right, let's take a look at the markets. Crazy, downtrend the last. It's been a bit, right? So here is the Nasdaq, the Nasdaq, which covers a lot of tech, right? And so, as you can see, it's been hit pretty dang hard over the last 3 weeks, almost a month now. And what we're looking at today is really key, and that is an inside day that is above our low, and this candle actually should be green. It's not correct here, I don't think. It might not be updated here. But it's actually been 3 green days in a row here where we've closed in green. And then this one as a low from these two held above this low right here. So we put in a daily higher low, which is great as far as the trading to come is concerned. So we're looking for that. And as a result, we're going to go to my watch list, and let's go back to this here, watch lists, and my watch list. Perfect. So the main thing I'm going to be looking at to trade as a breakout from that is QQQ, right? Which, let's go to the daily. It's going to follow that same pattern. Okay, maybe it was QQQ that held that candle. That's what it was. Okay, still the same thing above the lower high. The Dow put in a red day there, I guess, but that's not a big deal. All right, so we finish above here. That's what we like to see. And then we're going to be looking for the upside here if it can hold. At the end of the day, crazy, right? We see this huge bear trap come push down to 313. Let's see, 313.07. Sheesh. And then we see a huge $1 million 1 million share candle in the last minute before close. The SPY did the exact same thing, except for it was a 5 million share candle. So big time. So we're watching those, the SPY and the Nasdaq or QQQ, right? The SPY trades off the S&P 500, QQQ off of the Nasdaq. So definitely we're looking for that. And this closed just barely in after hours. Above actually, so that is not accurate, I don't think either, because on the other charts it's just barely like 0.01% above. So we're looking at that. Let's see. Oops, it's a little low there. You guys can still hear it. Cool. Maybe not. Maybe it was way too quiet. Either way, I'll get that figured out. Make sure I get audio levels, the numbers there. Anyways, so looking at this here, the SPY, right? Same kind of thing. SPY did close down after hours. That one's accurate for sure. Tesla had a pretty big breakout day. I don't know how much this is going to hold, right? We pushed from 591 as the low all the way to 637.80 in after hours, and that's actually 637.64 in real-time trading. Excuse me, in after hours it pushes up even higher, just a little bit, 640 just about. So if we see continuation, that'll be great. The EV sector did heat up today, which I'll be watching that, and that's going to push ARK, right? Everything tech and aggressive growth. Kathy Woods is going to get pushed up here, and that's going to be interesting to look at. The main thing that I loaded up on, actually, before we do this, let's go to GameStop and take a look at the daily. So on the daily, GameStop chart kind of looks similar to what we were just looking at QQQ, right, where it's putting in a higher low big time compared to this one here, and then we had this huge push on Friday, and then today we came all the way to 204. Our high 2 days ago was 221, 218-ish, and the chart today was super key. So I bought some calls for GameStop, $200 calls when it was around I think it was a little high. It was 193 on this day when it had come down from 218. I thought, okay, I'm good on the bottom here. We came way down, right, and I held. and thought we're good because it's not even 50% below this green day here. We're good, and it pushed back really strong. And then today I got out when it crossed 203. So I bought high, but I did sell for a couple $100 profit, which was good. And if we look at the 1 minute chart, it was super textbook. I mean, this chart, it doesn't get better than this as it comes through the day. Let's go to like a 5 minute chart even on today, right? We see it push up and come down and hold support above the previous drop and around the resistance. Same thing. It's even clearer on the 1 minute. We push up, right, and we come down and we hold support right above the last resistance. Same thing, right? And then it did it a couple more times in here, which you can see off these minis and the fives. And then it pushed out way strong in 204. I sold it and it was about 203, like I was saying. Really good trade, textbook. And then with GameStop, which by the way, I think based on this chart, we do have some upside coming. If you guys looked at the quarterly earnings, and that might be a little crooked there. Not bad. Oh well. Anyways, if you guys looked at the quarterly earnings for Chewy that just came out, and Chewy is right, the pet company. What does it have to do with GameStop? Well, Ryan Cohen, who is also with GameStop now, took Chewy and turned that sucker around, and it is profitable. They did $2 billion in revenue. Right, it's not completely all realized, but they were profitable, and it was pretty impressive the numbers they put out. So same guys on GameStop's board. A lot of people like that about it, and if they can really change it into a digital thing like Chewy did, become digital, then it's got a lot of potential to keep going more to the upside. And there's a lot of theories that the short squeeze hasn't completely happened yet, or it is in the process. You know, Volkswagen's squeeze, and we talked about this before, took months to take place. So I will probably play this again some more. But from the profit of GameStop, I rolled into this sector that has just been murdered of Discovery, Viacom, TME, Baidu, GSX. I did not play TME, but I did take a position in GSX, Baidu, VIAC, and Disca, which is Discovery. If you don't know exactly what happened here, it's kind of it's a read. Basically, a bunch of big names, banks namely, sold their positions in here, really big ones, and just kept selling. Some people got really hurt. A Swiss bank and a Japanese bank got screwed over with this, but Goldman Sachs and I can't remember who the other two were, got out just fine. And actually, Goldman Sachs may have made profit, is what I was reading. So these got destroyed. I was expecting a bigger bounce, right? I didn't play yesterday because I thought maybe we were going to see even more downside, and we didn't get any green bounce yesterday, hardly at all. Today, I jumped in the afternoon after they took a dip. So everything ran up, right? Dips back down, and then in through here. Let's see. It might have been earlier. I think it was in through here. Yeah, okay. So we had 1, 2, 3, right? We form a good support here. We hold above it, and then we break out right here, and then I grabbed right in here. After this volume, so it was a little high of a buy, but then close positive on the day, and then we see a little bit of movement in after hours to close up. VIAC, same business, right? Bought in the same spot. I bought like one after the other, boom, 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 after I sold out of GameStop in the 204 or 203. Baidu as well, same story. GSX, the hardest oversold of all these is going to be GSX, I think. Yeah, 149 to 30. Maybe it was Viacom. Let's see, 101. Discovery 79. Yeah, I didn't play TME because I didn't think they really sold off as that bad. I mean, yeah, they were up at 32, but they had this crazy gap fill in 22 to 26 that I didn't think it was that strong of a push down. So, and I turned out I was right. Well, at least for now. I don't want to say I'm right. You know, they did play similarly, but not as strong into after hours like those ones did. So those are the big sectors. Watching, right, tech looks like it could be curling up if the Nasdaq can stay strong. This is the time for the bulls in QQQ and the SPY to prove it. The Nasdaq and S&P 500. So we're looking for that. You know, the dollar is at all-time high. The 10-year bond yield rate is at an all-time high as well, which isn't good. But isn't good because it was getting to that point. It was not good. Now that it's there, we're going to see a downside, which would then push the general market up. Could be. Two other things that we're going to be watching this trading session tomorrow, that'll be the 31st, are going to be, let's see. Where did they go? There's three main things I want to go over. Okay, there we are. That's my list. BWAN, all right, which is Broadwind. Energy, mining. Let's take a look at the daily. This is today, 613. They're up to 692 in after hours, right? So in here, these levels, this is awesome. I like this long term. Anyways, this got super beat up with everything dropping over the last couple of weeks, and a consistent growth stock for not that expensive. Definitely going to be looking to maybe play a position here, depending on how those options work out that I'm tied up in the sector we talked about earlier. So we're going to be looking at that. Also going to be looking at Chewy, right, which we talked about, Ryan Cohen. We talked about how they killed earnings. They're 80 right now. It said it closed, but 88 all the way up here in after hours. Awesome, right? Huge launch back up to this level, which is a resistance. We need to break it strong, and then we're good to go out of there. And the last one is going to be Surf. Let me switch that. Surf right here, which is Surface Oncology, right? They had some good news as far as an FDA approval, and they were trading at 725 at close, ran up all the way here to 866 in after hours. So a lot of these big after hour pumpers, we're going to look for follow through on those into the next trading session. And that's kind of what I'll be watching, guys, along with the normal EV sectors, tech sector, and all that. If you have any questions about stocks, crypto, securities, I'm not a financial advisor by any means, but I really like to do this, and I have some success with it. So if you have any questions, you want to know how to get set up, hit me up, hit me in the comments, shoot me a text, DM me, whatever it is, and I'd love to help you guys out. And the more traders we have, the more liquidity there is, and the more profit there is to be taken by everyone in the market if you know what you're doing. Click the link in the description for a free stock on Webull, and happy trading. Pray for green. Markets closed on Friday for Good Friday.